Right now, 3 teenagers are arrested for stealing from the Bass Pro Shop, what they took from the store, and the charges that each one is facing.
Radar 3000 is showing some mixed precipitation and some freezing rain north of the Wisconsin Dells. And I got snow in the forecast. I'll let you know when that chance of snow and wind is.
And later, we go around the world as people celebrate Christmas. That's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. Good evening, Merry Christmas, and thank you for joining. My name is Tanasia Shaw. We begin tonight with the arrest of three 14-year-olds who police say stole from the Bass Pro Shop in Sun Prairie last night. It started when police were called to the store on Cabela Drive around 6 p.m. Once 3 staff members told officers that the 3 teens stole ammunition and pistol magazines, officers reportedly saw the suspects running from the store and caught 2 of them. The 3rd teen initially escaped. A perimeter was set up where the 3rd teen was seen. During the investigations, officers determined the 3rd teen had boarded onto a Madison Metro bus. The Madison Police Department was able to locate the 3rd teen and took them into custody. No injuries were reported. The Sun Prairie Police Department says it will refer the following charges to the Dane County District Attorney's Office. The following are retail theft party to a crime, resisting or obstructing an officer, possession of THC, and possession of a fake firearm. Now in Portage, 3 animals are dead after a house fire in Columbia County this afternoon. Fire crews were called to Hogan Road in the town of Lewiston at around 12:06. Firefighters found a 2-story house with heavy smoke and fire coming out of it. Several other departments were called on to assist. No people were in the building at the time of the fire, and no firefighters or EMS personnel were hurt. Firefighters in Watertown are looking for what led up to a fire last night. Crews were called to North 4th Street at around 7:30. There, they found a fire on the side of the building. After using 1,000 gallons of water, the fire was put out at around 7:54. No injuries were reported, and the estimated damages were not announced yet. And now we're going to turn to weather. So, Alex, this is news to me. We actually had a white Christmas, even though it probably didn't seem like it.
Oh, I know. It's so strange. I did a post on social media. Technically, you need 1 inch of snow. The Madison airport at 7 o'clock in the morning, and there's a science to this where they take their measurements and then they average those measurements, and it's not in a snow bank or a snow drift. And technically, we had a snow depth of 1 inch today on Christmas Day. So technically that makes it a white Christmas, even though in my opinion that snow looks pretty shabby out there right now. The temperatures here are telling a big part of our weather story here. Right now we're dealing with mild temperatures, and then that crash as we go from Sunday going on into Monday. Could be looking at alert day conditions. First to let you know, Sunday night going on into Monday with a weather system. We have a weather system right now that's causing a little bit of mixed precipitation. Juneau and Adams counties. First Warn Weather app probably went off on your phone today for winter weather advisories that are in effect north of the Dells. As I've been mentioning, could have some freezing rain overnight tonight, at least briefly. More showers are developing over southwest Wisconsin, down near the Dickeyville area over towards Platteville and Cuba City. This is going to fill in more as we go through the overnight hours. We're expecting scattered showers as we move through the overnight, a brief period, at least through, let's say, 1 or 2 up in Juneau and Adams counties, 1 or 2 in the morning of having a little bit of that ice, and that's why they have that winter weather advisory in effect until 6 o'clock Friday morning. Scattered showers tonight, that freezing rain to the north and slick spots up areas near the Dells, some patchy fog, so slow it on down tonight if you're going to be doing any driving. When I come back in a little while you might want to consider your travel plans on leaving a little earlier on Sunday with a weather system on the way, I'll explain when I come back in just a couple moments. Tanasia?
Alex, thank you. Already millions of Americans are dealing with winter weather and the heating bills that come with it. Experts predict more than a 9% jump from last year, costing homeowners with electrical heat more than $1,200 for the season and natural gas homeowners about $700. There are always ways to lower your energy cost. First, tackle the obvious leaks. Another cost-saving upgrade, newer appliances. And in older homes, to help bring bills down, you actually have to look up.
In this attic in particular, there's not anywhere near enough modern insulation. You have about 1 to 2 inches, and normally I would want to see 1 to 2 feet.
If you're struggling with high energy bills, there are state and federal programs that can help you cut costs. You can also reach out to local nonprofits and your utility company to find out about grants or payment plans. The best way to find out what you qualify for is to call 211. Pope Leo delivered his Christmas address to the city and the whole wide world while in the Middle East. It was a more jubilant Christmas celebration this year in Bethlehem after 2 years of war in Gaza. Christian Benvenidez has more on Christmas Day events around the world.
Pope Leo called for peace, justice, and stability in the Middle East in his first Christmas Day message as the leader of the Catholic Church.
Líbano, la Palestina, Israele, La Syria.
The world's first U.S.-born pontiff briefly addressed the crowd in St. Peter's Square in English.
Merry Christmas. May the peace of Christ reign in your hearts and in your families.
In Bethlehem, the city where Christians believe Jesus was born, the faithful took part in Christmas Day Mass after 2 years of war in nearby Gaza. At St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York, Cardinal Timothy Dolan, who is retiring, took part in his last Christmas Day Mass as head of the second largest archdiocese in the U.S. In England, Britain's King Charles and Queen Camilla attended church along with other members of the royal family, including Prince William and Princess Kate. The king also delivered his annual Christmas Day speech.
It seems to me that we need to cherish the values of compassion and reconciliation.
And in Ukraine, hundreds marched through the capital, Kyiv, carrying Christmas stars and singing carols to celebrate the holiday. Some put the names of fallen Ukrainian soldiers on the stars as a tribute. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky said that he spoke with President Trump's special envoy Steve Witkoff and son-in-law Jared Kushner for about an hour today to discuss how to end the war. And getting wrapped up in gift giving is not unusual this time of the year, but there are ways to help kids feel focused on the bigger picture and learn a little about gratitude during the holidays. Greed and envy can be challenging feelings for young people to deal with. Psychologists advise parents to empathize with those feelings and gently explain items that your child may want or that may not fit your family's budget or values. Then you can work on shifting the focus more towards gratitude.
Talk together as a family about where you're going to make donations if you are going to do that. Have your kids think about where they'd like to make donations, even if it can be very, very small. Do acts of service. Look out for other people. Think about others openly in front of your kids. In all of parenting, in all of raising kids, modeling the behavior we want to see is so much more powerful than lecturing kids about it.
Dr. Lisa D'Amour, as this time of the year is not about the stuff or about the notion of perfectionism. She really says it's about relationships and being together. UW-Madison is one of the top universities in the U.S. when it comes to research spending. That's according to a survey from the National Science Foundation. It has Madison ranked 5th outside of 925 universities during the fiscal year of 2024, which is July 1st of 2023 to June 30th of 2024. UW spent more than $1.9 billion for research. Only Johns Hopkins University, the University of Pennsylvania, the University of California, San Francisco, and the University of Michigan ranked higher than UW. And one lucky player in Arkansas is celebrating an extraordinary win on Christmas Day. A single ticket sold in the state matched every number in Wednesday's Powerball drawing, nabbing a jackpot worth $1.8 billion. Last-minute ticket sales made it the second largest U.S. lottery jackpot ever. If the winner chooses the lump sum, they'll walk away with $835 million before taxes. And the Packers are heading to the playoffs without even playing a game this week. It's all thanks to the Minnesota Vikings. Today, the Vikings beat Detroit Lions 20-10 in Minnesota, thanks in part to 6 Detroit turnovers. To clinch a playoff spot, the Packers either needed to win one of their final 2 games or have Detroit lose 1 game. Right now, Green Bay holds the 7th seed in the playoffs, but they could get up to the number 2 or 3rd seed depending on how the Bears and Philadelphia Eagles do in their final 2 games. Coming up later in sports, News 3 Now senior Packers writer Jason Wilde will have more on quarterback Jordan Love's status for Saturday. And also coming up now on News 3 Now, California deals with one of its wettest Christmases on record. Plus, the story behind this tribute to an iconic Christmas movie prop and how this brings more than just Christmas joy.
And we're tracking freezing rain across parts of southern Wisconsin tonight, and a big change on Sunday. We're going to track that weather system that could bring snow and wind to the area coming up.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Moving forward.
Flash floods and mudslides are bringing Christmas Day chaos to California. At least 2 people have died, and the governor has declared a state of emergency in 6 counties. Muddy floodwaters swamped the town of Wrightwood in San Bernardino County in San Bernardino County. Areas scorched during this year's wildfire are once again at the eye of the storm. Torrential rain took over construction sites where homeowners are rebuilding. CBS News had cameras rolling when the mudslide raced down the Altadena foothills. Instead of absorbing rain, burned soil acts as repellent, triggering rivers of mud.
This was a warm storm, so we didn't get any snow. Everything that fell continued to roll down the hillsides. So that contributed to the mud, the debris flows, and the impact.
And this Christmas storm is far from over. Additional downpours are expected on and off through Friday, bringing as much as another 5 inches of rains. And it sounds like more showers and some freezing rain are on the way for parts of our area. Alex, what can we expect?
We can expect tonight some freezing rain already in parts of the area, Tanasia, and rain. And that weather system in California, it's coming to southern Wisconsin too by the time we get to Sunday. Zooming on in here, some of the showers that we have currently in place. Platteville, just north of Dickeyville, over towards Darlington and Cuba City. Some raindrops falling on the ground right now. Going off towards the north and towards the west over along I-9 here. Camp Douglas, this is Juneau and Adams counties. A mix right now of rain and freezing rain. As we put future track into motion, that mix turns over to rain for areas up to the north. So it's just a brief window of opportunity for a little bit of mixed precipitation and that freezing rain, but a slick spot or 2 can't be ruled out north of the Dells. Showers become widespread 2 o'clock in the morning. Then we fast forward here to 6 o'clock. Those showers are going to kick off towards the east. They'll be out of here by the time we head towards 8, 9 o'clock on Friday morning, but we'll still be socked in here with clouds here on Friday, with temperatures getting right around to 40 to 42 degrees. So again, don't let your guard down. Areas north of the Dells, even here in southern Wisconsin, if you have to do any travel yet tonight, or if you know anybody who has to do any travel, the windshield wipers are going to be going here, and you'll have that glare on the road too with rain. That winter weather advisory that probably popped up on the First Warn weather app, Juneau and Adams counties until 6 a.m. and that's for that chance again of freezing rain here. But now we fast forward here. Actually, I'm just going to bump right back here with my remote. We've got a story to tell here. 41 on Sunday, down to 19 on Monday. Big weather changes are going to occur on Sunday, and then we stay cold going out into the future. Let's show you just how big this change is going to be on Sunday. Starting off 40 to 42 at 7:30 in the morning. As we go into the afternoon, a strong cold front is going to approach from the west, and an area of low pressure is going to ride right up along that front. And we end up only in the low to mid-teens to start off Monday morning. Wind chills as cold as -5 to -10. Latest weather models are continuing to get in more and more of a consensus, showing that we could see rain changing over to snow as we go into Sunday evening. Strong northwest winds gusting at times to 35 to 40 miles per hour. And if this verifies, we may have some snow accumulation with strong winds that the First Warn weather team, we're chatting already about the potential. We could be looking at Sunday night going into the very beginning of Monday as an alert day period for southern Wisconsin. So if you have travel Sunday night, I would encourage you to maybe consider later Friday or Saturday for that travel, or early on Sunday, because that weather system certainly could bring us some snow and wind Sunday night going on into Monday. Then we go into 2026. Feeling like it should be for this time of year. Yes, you may have forgot it is winter right now, and we are looking at a little bit of light snow again on Wednesday. But Tanasia, I don't want folks to let their guard down tonight with that bit of freezing rain well to the north, and be tuning in, of course, tomorrow and as we head into the weekend. If we could be looking at a period of alert day conditions Sunday night, so folks may want to consider traveling earlier. Yeah, and it's really important to have that first warned weather app because, like we said, it's a roller coaster right now, up and down, back up, kind of down, you know, it's a ride. It's been a ride, and that ride's going to slow down next week with the cold, but that first warned weather app, if we have any advisories over the course of this weekend with that system on Sunday too, it's going to pop right up on that phone. All right, Alex, thank you. For many, watching the classic movie A Christmas Story is a beloved tradition this time of the year. The movie takes place in Indiana, but this next story actually takes place in Oklahoma. Omar Villafranca has a story behind a triple dog dare that might transform an entire city.
Every holiday season, the small town of Chickasha, Oklahoma, transforms into a Christmas wonderland, where families flock to the Main Street Parade to get a glimpse of the most indescribably beautiful light. A giant 50-foot tall leg lamp that pays homage to the 1983 classic holiday movie, A Christmas Story. The statue is inspired by one of the film's most iconic scenes, a major award in a newspaper contest. It turns out to be a lamp in the shape of a woman's leg.
And that was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
A few years ago, the scene made a light bulb go off in Tim Elliott's head.
We have the third best Christmas light show in the nation right here in Chickasha, but it's only for 45 days. And what we needed was something that would bring people here 365 days a year.
So, at a meeting for economic development, Elliott suggested something quirky and memorable.
How about a 100-foot leg lamp at the end of Main Street?
What was their reaction when you said that?
Well, they laughed and kind of said, oh crap, we are not, that'll never fly.
But Elliott made it happen. He raised more than $1 million, and in 2021, the statue went up. But, like the movie, the lamp kicked off controversy.
Attorneys representing Warner Brothers sent a letter to the Chickasha Community Foundation that said, cease and desist, destroy it, tear it down.
Was it, oh, fudge?
But worse. It was. We were very determined that we weren't going to let that happen.
The group explained to Warner Brothers they don't charge admission, and a neighboring gift shop sells only licensed products from the movie.
Haven't heard a word from them in a year and a half, probably.
Now, the spotlight on Chickasha has drawn a steady stream of visitors.
My parents mentioned it, so I came down to visit them, and they said, well, while you're here, let's go see the leg lamp.
The lamp has become a beacon for tourists and business.
How much money do you have invested in this small town?
Several million.
Several $1 million.
Yeah.
Chet Hitt is a successful business developer and grew up 20 miles away.
Bought the old mill building here, bought the grain elevator across the street.
Now he's back home, developing a business park and renovating downtown, like the old hotel he turned into a barbecue joint. Hitt says the future is bright.
I saw that as an opportunity, but now I see the growth of this town with some other projects I'm working on here to expand, hopefully 5,000 to 7,000 people in the next 10 years here.
Tourism's at an all-time high, and a lot of that can be traced one way or another to a leg lamp.
To a single leg lamp from a movie decades old.
Sometimes you need to not take yourself too seriously. You need to just have a little fun.
For now, the lamp's soft glow continues to shine on this small town. I'm Omar Villafranca in Chickasha, Oklahoma.
In sports, quarterback Jordan Love is trending towards playing this Saturday against the Ravens. We hear from head coach Matt LaFleur when we come back. The Packers are getting ready for their final home game this Saturday against the Baltimore Ravens, and one of the biggest questions right now is who is going to play quarterback. News 3 Now senior Packer writer Jason Wilde has more from Lambeau Field.
Packers quarterback Jordan Love is trending toward being ready for Saturday's matchup with the Baltimore Ravens here at Lambeau Field as he works his way through the concussion protocol. Love suffered his concussion last Saturday night against the Bears. He has been able to participate in practice. He's been participating in meetings. He delivered his Christmas presents from Nike to his teammates earlier in the week. But Matt LaFleur is always cautious with players who are in the concussion protocol because he's seen it before. Players who are trending in a very positive direction and then suddenly take a turn. So Matt LaFleur, while he believes he'll have his quarterback, he's not taking any chances and he's not making any assumptions.
I would anticipate knowing prior to game day, but who knows? I mean, like, I really don't know. So to answer your question, I'm going to retract what I said and say that, especially when you're talking about, I don't even like to say the C word, but it's just a very delicate issue. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, I mean, we've seen it with certain guys. They come in, they feel great one day, and then the next day they don't. So it kind of is a little bit of a moving target.
We'll have full coverage to get you ready for Packers-Ravens here at Lambeau Field on Saturday night on our website, channel3000.com. And while you're there, make sure you sign up for our newsletter, which delivers our coverage directly to your inbox every single day. In Green Bay at Lambeau Field, Jason Wilde, channel3000.com.
Jason, thank you. A reminder, the Packers game against the Ravens will be airing on streaming services platforms like Peacock at 7 p.m. And don't forget to watch a special episode of Wisconsin Huddle this week. Sports director Andrew Banstra takes a look at the best of Wisconsin volleyball. We'll have the best segments from our volleyball guests from the past season. It airs this Friday at 6:30 right after News 3 Now at 6. And that's it for sports, but Alex will be back with another check of the forecast right after the break.
Tonight,
Excuse me. Sorry, Stephen.
Prince Harry drops in on Colbert.
I heard you elected a king.
CBS Tonight.
Finally at 10, take a look at the best of the best from a worldwide photography competition. These are some of the finalist images from the 12th Annual International Landscape Photographer of the Year competition. This year's contest saw more than 3,600 submissions from photogs all around the world. An Australian artist took over the overall winning prize for the best photo of the year. More photos can be viewed on an online ebook at internationallandscapephotographer.com. And oh my gosh, these are just
stunning.
Breathtakingly beautiful.
Look at that dune right there.
Oh my gosh.
And there was earlier in that was a classic supercell thunderstorm with a lightning bolt. So I did catch that one as well. They're very beautiful.
Just beautiful, stunning.
Weather not so beautiful right now. We got a little bit of freezing rain and rain to get over tonight. The best chance for freezing rain is north of Madison, but then all attention turns to Asia Sunday night going on into early Monday with rain changing to snow and strong winds. We could be looking at an alert day period ahead.
All right. Thanks for watching News 3 Now at 10. Coming up is a late show with Stephen Colbert. Our next newscast is at 5. Have a nice night.